friends, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Mika. Thank you so much for stopping in. Heart to heart, detached from things that are getting you off of your path. Anything that's standing in the way from where you want to go or where you feel led to go, wherever you're at in your journey in life right now. So if it is religiously, you're connecting to God, you're trying to get that relationship, you're building on that, you're just working on connecting with God and with Jesus, or whatever you believe in. Don't allow people to come along that's going to be like, oh, let's go back and party. Let's not believe in God. Let's not go to church. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't connect yourself with people who are not aligned with you. They can be amazing people. It does not mean that they're bad. It does not mean that they're evil or anything like that, because everybody has the right to believe in what they believe in. Maybe they don't believe that there's a God. Maybe they don't believe that there's a Jesus. And that's okay. And there's some people who believe in God, but not Jesus. But that's still, if you believe in both, those are still people that's not your people. Because eventually what they believe, you're going to start believing. You know why? Because it's so much easier for you to believe the lesser than the greater. What I mean by that is, if I believe that there's a God and a Jesus, and my friend only believes that there's only a God, or I have a friend that believes that they're gods, because I have heard people say that too, it's going to be so much harder for them to come up to my level to believe in what I believe in. It's not going to make sense. Therefore, if we're friends for long enough, they're going to start saying, well, this is why I believe that there's not a Jesus, or this is why I believe there's not really a God, that we're gods. And they're going to start, saying all these things. It's going to make me start to question my belief. And no matter how strong you are, it's just natural. And so it's easier to get you to rethink or reconsider your thoughts than it is for them to reconsider theirs. There are exceptions to the rule, of course. There are people who's like, I'm not bending on what I believe in, but I'm just saying, for the mass majority of human beings, it's so much easier to get someone to believe in the lesser things because it seems easier, makes more sense, or whatever. It's so much easier for our minds to think small than it is for somebody's mind to think big. Does that make sense? Back to what I was saying. So don't connect yourself with people like that. Don't connect yourself with people who have a negative mindset. They just think everything is just terrible. You can't get further in life. You can't have nothing in life. Nobody likes you because you're black, or because you're white, or because you're short, because you're tall. Nobody likes you because you're female or you're male. Stay away from those type of people. People that's just pessimistic. There's no good people left. There's no true friends. There's nothing. They're just depressing people, because eventually that's going to rub off on you. Again, you can have the lights, but your light will be dimmed if you're trying to hang out with people like that. Because what I just say, because it's easier to get someone to go for the lesser thing than it is for them to reach for the higher thing. So if you're the light and you're trying to be positive in things, that person, they're stuck in their ways. It's going to be hard for them to see the positivity in life, because whatever they've gone through, they may have valid reasons, but a lot of times they get stuck in the darkness, and you're trying to pull them to the light. They're going to end up sucking you into the darkness, because then you're going to start being like, well, you're right. Why am I so happy when this is going on? Or why do I believe in love when that's going on? Or I've had these experiences. And then here you go, slowly but surely dimming your light. So detach from those people soon, ASAP. Get away from them, because you're going to end up getting sucked into the darkness with them. Other people you want to detach yourself from is just people who gossip, people who lie, people who talk about people who are just miserable people who enjoys feeling like they're better than somebody by trying to point out the imperfections of somebody else. Stay away from those kind of people, because then you're going to find yourself, oh yeah, girl, did you see her? I seen that outfit too. She thought she was cute, huh? You're going to start doing stuff like that, and eventually you're sucked into the rabbit hole of being negative, of being nasty, gossiping, and trying to put other people down to make yourself feel better. Because why again? Because it's so much easier for you to stoop down to the levels of those type of people than it is for them to come up to your level. It's too much work and too much energy for you to try to pull those people up to your level. So if you want to be friends with them, especially if it's multiple people, you're going to end up stepping down a few pegs to get to their level so then you can fit in. That's natural. None of us want to be friends or be in relationships with people that we don't feel like we can relate to, that we feel like we just are the oddball in. You know what I'm saying? That person is just like, no matter what, we don't see eye to eye. So what are we doing? You know, what kind of friendship do we have? What I can't have trust. I can't nothing because we are not on the same page. So naturally, you're going to try to find a way to fit in with the people that you love. And so it's just very, very important for you to learn, first of all, who you are as a person, what goals you have in life, and things that are values to you. So then you can connect yourself with those people. And a lot of times when you are on a higher vibration, when you have worked on yourself and you have healed and you're on a different path, you're not going to find very many people to call friends. You're not going to find very many people to get into a relationship with. I'm just being honest with you. And I think sometimes when we are so desperate for friendship, for companionship, for love, we don't see that. We just see, I just got to figure out a way to make this work. I like this person. They make me laugh. They make me feel special. They make me be seen and all this kind of stuff. And I get it, because normally that's what happens. That's the trick of the enemy too. He'll give you the things that he knows that you want, the things that you're crying about that nobody else knows about, the things that you're complaining about, the things that you talk to God about. He knows all those things. So he's going to send you people who is not quite on your level, because he's trying to stop you from getting to where you're trying to move to in life, because he knows that you're trying to work towards whatever God is calling you to do. So he's not going to be like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and send her all these good people, or send him all these people that are going to help push him or propel them into the next level. Because no, whose team are you on? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how he's going to look at it. So a lot of times we have to be really cautious, because people are very, very deceitful. And if you have a big heart, or if you're just desperate for love or companionship, or if you're just lonely, or if you don't have a lot going on in your life, you know, that's another thing. Work on your purpose, work on you, work on your goals, work on your relationships with God. Position yourself just to be able to meet the people who align with you. And like I said, you're not going to find a whole group of people like you would if you want to fight, if you want to drink, if you want to party, if you want to have sex, if you want to, if you just want to just do what you want to do, basically. I mean, essentially, we've all been of the world. I'm not sitting here pretending like, oh, I'm better than anybody, because I'm absolutely not. I've had my fair share of days where I was also in the world, like heavy in the world. So I had all the friends, you know, 20, 30 friends, you know, that it was easy. You know, it was so easy. But then once I decided to give my life back to God and to Christ, that's when things changed. I honestly, for a long time, had nobody, you know, because everybody just fell off, and it was no bad blood. It's just that God removes people when you're serious, and when he's trying to prune you, he's going to start removing people and removing things that you loved and that you thought would never go anywhere. But he starts to remove those things so that he can get in your path. So then you can see him more clearly. So then you can start doing the things that he's calling you to do. He can't have you all confused and in the midst of all this stuff going on, and you're all distracted by things and people, because then you're not going to focus on the purpose of being in relationship with God and in relationship with Christ. He knows that. So it's, you know, he's going to start to remove things out of your past so then you can see more clearly. And a lot of times, let's be honest, for us believers, or even people who are newly, you know, curious and trying to believe in God and wanting to have this relationship, be honest, the times when you felt lonely, who did you turn to? You know, we don't do that when we are distracted and we have a lot of things going on in our lives. We don't have time for God. We don't have time for Jesus. We don't have time for church. We don't have time to try to look for godly people, because we're good. We have our people over here. We have our social lives. We're hanging out. We're doing this. We're doing that. And we may not be doing nothing bad, but we're also not filling ourselves up with doing things God's way, if that makes sense. You can have great relationships, but are they God relationships? You know what I'm saying? So back to what I was saying again, I'm not here to force you to do or to believe anything that I believe in or to have a relationship with God if that's not what you want. But this is my channel and I can only speak from my point of view and from what my experiences are. And so, yes, you're going to hear about God and Jesus a lot, but take what you feel pertains to you and it's valuable to you and go on about your business. Back to what I was saying, it's so important to detach. Learn to detach. You can detach from somebody emotionally and still love that person. You can detach from your friends and your jobs or whatever it is that's distracting you or the things that are not bringing you joy, the things that are blocking your blessings. You can detach from those things and still love them and still care for them and still wish it well. You know what I'm saying? Detaching doesn't mean you have to be negative or nasty or bitter or anything like that. It's just a form of just letting go for your higher good. That's all I have to say, though. Y'all let me know what you think about this topic. Let me know your experiences if you had to detach from someone or something that you loved, and let me know how you got through it, because someone like myself is reading your messages. So we all here to learn and to get advice and just to learn how to do things differently. So drop your comments in the comment box below. Just make sure that it's polite and courteous, because we are not here to be negative and to tear each other down and to make people feel foolish for what they believe in. Or if you want to share a testimony, you can send me an email. And let me know what your testimony is there. We can talk about it. Or if you want me to share it, just put share in the subject line and I would do that for you. You can leave me a new topic idea, or you can leave some more advice there and I'll share it if you're okay with me doing so. And I will not share any of your personal identifiers, so you don't have to worry about me name dropping. But y'all let me know what you think. Y'all be blessed. Have a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever time you're watching this. And we will talk next Thursday. Bye.